Hello folks, welcome back to the Soupier. So today I want to talk a little bit about solar panels, and if you looked at my previous videos, I've been going back and forth trying to find the right size solar panel for my Toyota Sienna. I've tried different ways to route, the wires and different setups on top. I thought that this was a great idea to go with the Pecron portable unit. So what I'm having trouble with is, I'll tell you, I'm having trouble finding a rigid solar panel that will fit on top of my Toyota Sienna that fits within the specs of my e600. So e600 is the perfect size if you're doing van life. Now if you're doing tent camping, this thing weighs probably about 25 pounds. And if you're doing tent camping, this is not something you really want to lug around. If you take a look at the specs, you've got your DC input, which is like regular 5.5 millimeter jack there, and it's 12 volt, 18 volt, 100 watts max. And if you look down below, you've got your aviator plug, which is a 5-prong, and it's 32 volts to 95 volts, 300 watts max. So if you're going to be camping, like tent camping, the E300 is probably better suited for what you're looking to do. If you're in something a little bit bigger than a minivan, this is perfect for a minivan. But if you're in something a little bit bigger, like an RV or a schoolie or a small, or a Sprinter or something like that, you want to step it up to like an E1500 or an E2000. I think they've got an E3600 right now, which is, that's amazing. So let me tell you why I'm having trouble. My solar panel, these right here, are my crossbars, and between these two lengths right here, where I'd want to mount one of these solar panels, it's only 27.5 inches. Now, I cannot find a solar panel that will fit on top of my van besides this one right here. You can fit. What I want to do is I want to find something to charge this a little bit faster. It's hard to find a solar panel that meets the minimum requirement, 32 volts. So it has to be above 32 volts, and it has to be below 300 watts. That's kind of a hard solar panel to find, unless if you want to mount multiple 100 watt solar panels, and I can't fit multiple solar panels on top of my rig. So I'm stuck with using a single bifacial, this is a Bouge RV bifacial solar panel, which charges at under 100 watts. That's that's not really a good idea. What I did write to Pecron, and maybe they can't change it, I get it, but why would they make the minimum number here 32? Why not just make it 12 volts to 95 volts instead? I do not know why they make that way. It's probably something beyond my knowledge of electrical and solar panel hookups to know why they did that. But what I'm having trouble with is that I can't find a 200 watt solar panel or a 300 watt that will actually fit that is over 32 volts, because I want to charge this faster. So I can go longer, but I can't go any wider than 27.5 inches. So with that being said, I'm going to be trying to hook this back up. This thing right here, on a good day, I've been trying this out. This foldable Pecron solar panel, it's great. Don't get me wrong, and it fits nice in my car. But I tried charging it outside, and on a good day, I'm getting right between 55 and 60 watts, which is, that's decent efficiency. But where I got something like this that's bifacial, I'm getting a steady 80 watts, because the top of my Sienna minivan is white. It reflects a lot of light. So on something like this, I'm getting a lot more efficiency charging at 80 watts, and it charges much faster than something like this. So that's why I'm probably going to put this up for sale and get rid of it. Again, it's a good idea, but not really suited for what I want to do. So I'm confused why Pecron wouldn't make their own rigid solar panels. I know that their foldable solar panels do meet these minimum requirements here of 32 volts to 95 volts. They do have the fold out ones that are bigger, the 200 watt and the 300 watt foldable solar panel, but I like the idea of having a rigid just a little bit more, especially if it's bifacial. So yeah, that's the problem I'm running into. And so I don't understand if there's a company you guys know of that might make a 200 watt solar panel. Every solar panel I look at that's 200 watt or even, usually the 200 watt solar panels are between 18 and 24 volts. The 100 watts are usually around 12 to, oh geez, I can't remember off the top of my head, 12 to like 18 volts. So yeah, if you guys know of any solar panels, keep me in mind and let me know. But I'll be hooking this back up. I want to try to leave this on year round to see what happens. And this I'm going to end up putting up for sale because I'm just not liking the performance of that compared to my Bouge RV solar panel, which charges this much more efficient. Now, one thing I did want to include, when I do have this hooked up to charge DC off of my cigarette jack, it only puts in probably about 60 to 65 on a good day if the engine's running and stuff like that, watts. So having something where I don't have to burn gas in order to charge my solar generator would be absolutely awesome. That's what I'm looking at doing now, or where I don't have to take this out and fold it up. I thought it would be a little bit more efficient, around 75, 80 watts, but I'm not getting that kind of numbers from this. And I thought, well, maybe a portable is a better idea, but I'm going to try to do this again. I've got some different information on where I can put, holes in my minivan to where there's no water leaking. So this is really important, and I'm looking forward to hooking this up here soon. Another thing I wanted to mention that comes down, it'll actually be in a new video, but it comes down to talking about, the color of your minivan. That's something to take into consideration when you're looking at buying a minivan to camp life with. If it's black, usually something like that will absorb heat. So